of us have to think about unique and distinctive value addition that cannot be automated or repeated or replaced by a machine.
ChatGPT may kill many companies.
A human has to be in the loop with an ability to control this.
Dark Side of the Boom. Streaming now.
Welcome back. You're watching Global Lens on News9 Live with me, Neha Khanna. Let's now shift gears to our segment on climate change. Large regions across Spain are grappling with severe weather conditions as heavy rainfall has triggered major flooding. In a rare turn of events, maximum red weather alerts have been issued in many Spanish cities such as Madrid, Toledo, Cadiz. All of these regions are reeling under relentless heavy rain that has wreaked havoc. The unusual weather pattern has disrupted daily life, even halted a prominent football match between Atletico Madrid and Sevilla. Madrid, the national capital, has been particularly impacted, with the mayor urging residents to stay home due to the exceptional and abnormal rainfall. Firefighters in Madrid have been working tirelessly to address the situation, responding to flooded roads a staggering 190 times. The source of this deluge is Storm Dana, which has concentrated much of its rainfall in coastal regions such as Cadiz, Tarragona and Castile. In Castile, dramatic scenes unfolded as firefighters rescued a man trapped in his car surrounded by waist-high floodwater. The northeastern city of Alcanar in Tarragona has been particularly hard hit, with a staggering 215 litres per square metre of rain falling in just the last 24 hours. Some residents had a harrowing time as they used improvised ropes made from towels and bed sheets to save individuals stranded in the rising floodwaters. Storm Dana has caused widespread chaos, with debris and mudslides blocking roads across Spain. Many vehicles have become stranded in heavily flooded areas, rendering travel impossible. Train services have been disrupted as well, and drivers are being cautioned to avoid certain flooded roads. As Spain battles these unprecedented weather conditions, residents and emergency services are working tirelessly to mitigate the impact of the heavy rain and the flooding. And our next report is from the United States, and this is also about a major crisis that has impacted more than 70,000 people. In a major dampener and crisis, tens of thousands of the popular Burning Man festival goers found themselves stranded in the Nevada desert for days due to heavy rains that transformed the festival grounds into a muddy quagmire. Attendees were forced to conserve supplies like food, water and fuel as vehicles struggled to navigate the ankle-deep mud, leaving many trapped on site. The organizers have been grappling with road closures and very poor weather conditions. They are hoping now for clear skies to return soon, paving the way for the reopening of roads that would finally allow the stranded people to leave. However, the situation remains precarious and unpredictable. Some festival goers resorted to hiking through the treacherous mud, while DJ Diplo and comedian Chris Rock hitchhiked their way out. Almost 72,000 people have been stuck on site, eagerly waiting for updates from the Burning Man festival organizers. Due to the adverse weather, the symbolic burning of the man, a festival highlight, had to be rescheduled. The remote desert location experienced an astonishing 2 to 3 months worth of rain in just 24 hours, creating thick clay-like mud that challenged even the most experienced trekkers. Amid the challenging conditions, a tragic incident occurred as a 40-year-old man lost his life, prompting an investigation by the sheriff's office. The Burning Man community has rallied together, offering food, shelter and support to those in need. Amidst all the uncertainty, the spirit of resilience and creativity continues to thrive at the festival, with some people even building mud sculptures. Our next story is about the crisis that has hit the education sector of the United Kingdom. In a significant development, The United Kingdom government has pledged to tackle the issue of crumbling school buildings across the country. More than 100 schools have been forced to close in recent times due to safety concerns as they were constructed using a type of concrete known as reinforced autoclaved aerated concrete or RAAC, which is at risk of collapse. The Chancellor for the Exchequer, Jeremy Hunt, has vowed to spend what it takes to address this crisis. Last week, the UK government identified approximately 100 schools that require urgent action out of a total of 20,000 schools across England. These schools were constructed with RAAC, a lightweight concrete used for roofs, schools and other buildings from the 1950s until the mid-1990s. The material has been found to be prone to collapse, prompting safety concerns. In response to the crisis, Chancellor Jeremy Hunt has promised swift action. He said most of the impacted schools should be able to continue operating normally, and the government is committed to resolving the issue as quickly as possible. This announcement comes as a relief to many parents and school authorities. The situation, of course, is complicated by the presence of asbestos in some of those impacted buildings. Asbestos is a known health hazard, and its presence in schools adds to the urgency of addressing safety concerns. Chancellor Hunt emphasized that the government is actively addressing this issue to ensure the safety of all students. However, there has been criticism directed at the government for not releasing a complete list of affected schools. The British Education Secretary, Gillian Keegan, initially suggested that affected schools would contact parents directly. This lack of transparency has led to demands for more information about the extent of RAAC's consequences in public buildings. All right. Let's now get you an update from India's neighbor, Pakistan, which has been reeling under a massive economic crisis. Well, in Pakistan, massive protests have erupted in recent days over soaring electricity bills and rising fuel costs. The situation has led to widespread discontent among the public and traders in particular, prompting thousands to take to the streets. Thousands of shopkeepers have closed their businesses to join the swelling protests against inflated energy and fuel bills. The recent increase in electricity tariffs has added to the financial strain already burdening the traders and even average citizens due to skyrocketing inflation. This has led to growing concerns among the people. Pakistan's caretaker Prime Minister Anwar ul Haq has ruled out any immediate relief for consumers. Instead, he said paying electricity bills and adhering to International Monetary Fund's conditions are the only viable options for the country at the moment. Many have rallied behind the Jamaat-e-Islami's call for a shutdown or a strike. Various cities including Karachi, Peshawar, Sargodha, Sheikhpura have witnessed the closure of small and large commercial establishments, lending significant support to what now is becoming a nationwide protest. The discontent has in fact spread across many sectors of society. The Punjab Bar Council announced a strike against inflation. Lawyers, traders, even the transgender community have all participated in demonstrations across the country. The protests have had a substantial impact on commercial activity, with shops, markets and business centres remaining closed in several cities. However, essential services like food outlets and medical stores have continued to operate. Protesters are demanding an immediate rollback of the increase in petrol and electricity prices. They have protested on certain occasions by burning tires, blocking roads and surrounding government offices. Several cities in the Sindh province have witnessed a complete shutdown, with business centres and petrol pumps remaining closed. Not only traders, civil society and political activists have joined the demonstrations as well against inflated electricity bills and rising inflation. They have staged rallies and voiced their grievances against both electricity supply companies and the federal government.
एक बंदा कमाता है 30,000 रुपए, उसको 20,000 का बिजली का बिल भेज दिया है। शर्म आनी चाहिए। हमने हड़तालों पे कभी भी नहीं हम जाते, हमने हमेशा हड़तालों की मुखालफत की है।
सारा पाकिस्तान की आवाम ने इस पे स्ट्रेटजी अपनाया कि भाई इसके कोई हल नहीं है। इसका हल यही है कि हम रोना धोना करें, अगर क्या पता है हमारा सियासतदानों में या किसी में भी रहम आ जाए कि हमें तो रोटी खाना बड़ा मुश्किल हो गया, क्योंकि बिल घर का बिल मेरे पास है 40,000 रुपए का।
It's a crisis that seems to be deepening by the day, and the government seems to have simply no answers. Well, that's all the time we have on this edition of Global Lens. If you have been, thanks so much for watching. Do join us again tomorrow at the same time. Good night.
China won't let us rest easy on our borders, but they will keep flooding our markets. What does Xi Jinping really want?
I think he wants the Indian market, no doubt about it.
It's really a matter of showing their dominance.
India's great Chinese conundrum.
Nobody can contain it.